Hey my OGs, it's TeresaPlusFive and I'm back with another video. Today is going to be a story time. Yes, you guys. So today is going to be part 3 of my birth series. Y'all already know I did Taylor's birth story and I did Joy and Journey's birth story as well. So now I'm doing Jeremy and Jill's birth story. Now, before I get started, I just want to let y'all know both sets of my twins are fraternal. I know I didn't mention that yesterday, but yes, both sets of my twins are fraternal. I had Joy and Journey at 25, and I had Jeremy and Jill at 27, okay? Now, I did tell the birth story of Joy and Journey, but I didn't tell my reaction. So my reaction to being pregnant with Joy and Journey was before their dad went on vacation. He was there when I was first pregnant, probably like a few months. And maybe till I was about 3 or 4 months, give or take. I'm not sure. That was a while ago. That was 8 years ago. So, you know, some of my memory is like a fog or a blur, but he was here for a few months and he went to a few doctor's visits, and he was here long enough to know the sex of the babies. So we go to the sonogram appointment and I'm laying down. She's checking me with the sonogram tool with the gel on it. I tell her I want a little girl because at this point I already had Taylor. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm kind of hoping for a girl. And she's like, well, there's 2 heads in there. And I'm like, huh? 2 heads? What I mean? I'm having an alien? And she was like, no, silly. You're having twins. And I was like, twins? No. No, check that sonogram again, honey. Check it again. Check that sonogram. Because, baby, you got something wrong, okay? Not realizing that twins run in my family. My dad's a twin to my uncle. Not realizing that, y'all. Not even realizing that my grandma done had twins before. And it's a possibility that I can have twins. Not even realizing that, y'all. This how dumb and in love I was with their dad. Like... And it's so crazy because before we got to the doctor's visit, he was like, that'd be so crazy if we had twins, like one for you and one for me. And I'm like, boy, you talking crazy. Like, you're insane for even saying that. And he just laughing, busting out laughing. So when the lady tell me, oh, you're having twins, he busting out laughing. And I'm crying. Like, we got 2 different emotions here. He laughing, I'm crying. Okay, and I feel like he laughed because he wanted to trap me. Okay, he wanted to trap a beautiful girl. He knew if I had kids by him, I wasn't going nowhere. Well, at least that's what he thought. Okay, well, it was hard to get away from him, but I'm gonna tell y'all that later on in the story. Okay, so I boo-hoo cried. All right, and then I called my grandma. I said, Mom, this lady done sat up here and told me I'm having twins. My grandma said, twins? Sure enough? I said, yeah. She's like, no, you lying, girl. I said, Mom, I'm for real. That lady told me I'm having twins. And like right now as I'm saying it, I can hear my grandma's voice like as she would say it. And it's so crazy. But yeah, that was my grandma's reaction. Like, she was like, twins? No, you lying. I was like, no, I'm for real. This lady just told me I'm having twins. There's 2 heads in my belly. So then with Jeremy and Jill, I was like, well, since I got, you know, a boy and 2 girls, I'm kind of hoping for another boy to kind of even it out. The sonogram tech, the same sonogram tech, because I went to the same doctor. She busting out laughing. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Mom, you're so funny. And I'm like, what? She's like, you're having twins again. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, you're having twins again. Now, at this time, Was their dad out? Yeah, he was out because he was like, wow, that's just crazy. Like, we having twins again. He was like, man, like it was so crazy the way he said it, because he was like, man, every time he was like, man, every time I do that, we just popping out two at a time. Like, he was like, that's what we get for all that. And I was, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Like, one thing about it, their dad is a Scorpio and I'm a Pisces. So it's crazy, but we're compatible. So it's like when we get together, it's like, boom. It's like, a lot of men be like, oh, I have a hard, it's just like very intense, very extreme. And that's how it was every time. Like every time, literally. And he was like, see, that's what we get for all the time. So I'm like, oh my God. But that was my reaction to Jeremy and Jill. I was just like, well, I already got a set of twins, so come on, child. But if I have another set, baby, I'm going insane, okay? Now, the births of Jeremy and Jill and Joy and Journey were similar because I had C-sections. The only thing that kind of stood out with Jeremy and Jill is I had to have a blood transfusion. Okay. I lost a lot of blood having Jeremy and Jill. I literally went blind for a whole hour while I was in the recovery room. Like, my cousins came by and some of his family came by. I couldn't even see them. Like, I could see it was really blurry, but I couldn't make out who it was. But I heard their voices. But I literally went blind. Like, they had to give me a blood transfusion. And I kind of figured why, because I had just had a set of twins like 2 years ago. And of course, my body is still getting back to, its regular state after having twins. And having twins takes a lot out of you, y'all. And unfortunately, I didn't really take no prenatal vitamins, okay? I wasn't really eating the right foods. I wasn't really drinking the right liquids. I wasn't drinking enough water, like, to support two babies and myself, okay? I was only eating enough nutrients for one person, if that. So I lost a lot of blood. I probably wasn't building up enough blood and vitamins and minerals and stuff to have two more babies. Like, it literally drained me when I had Joy and Journey. But I didn't really know that internally. I knew that physically, but internally I didn't know that. So they were like, well, Mom, you have to have a blood transfusion. You lost a lot of blood having these babies. And, I okayed the blood transfusion. And after I had the babies, I went and got checked for, and all that stuff, right? And everything came back negative. So I was fine with that. But I literally went blind, y'all. Like, couldn't see at all. Couldn't see at all after I had them. But the stories were similar. Like, they gave me the spinal tap. I got ready. I did the sanitized wipes, all that just, right? It was the exact same. That was the only difference with the blood transfusion. However, actually being pregnant and after the pregnancy were two totally different experiences, okay? When I was pregnant with Joy and Journey, their dad was there maybe a few months, like I said in the beginning. But then he had to leave, okay? So I really experienced pregnancy on my own, okay? My grandma was there, but I really experienced pregnancy on my own, okay? Without the dad being there. With Jeremy and Jill, I experienced him being there. So it was totally different, y'all. With Jeremy and Jill's pregnancy, it was very stressful, okay? Very stressful. I had to deal with a narcissist, y'all. For those of you who know what a narcissist is and you've been with one, you know exactly what I'm saying. But I didn't know my baby daddy was a narcissist until I was pregnant with Jeremy and Jill and after the pregnancy. When I was pregnant with Joy and Journey, we were going through the honeymoon phase, okay, where everything's all sweet and bubbly and lovey-dovey and, caring and honest and, we was together all the time, literally. Like, I could have had 10 set of twins the way we were like jackrabbits, y'all. Like, literally jackrabbits. And at the time, he was love bombing me, okay? It took maybe a month for him to get me pregnant with both sets, okay? I was that fertile. And the so-called passion and extreme, it was a lot. Like, I was able to get pregnant fast, very fast. And of course, y'all know narcs get you pregnant fairly quick, okay? They do this to trap you, all right? He was doing all kinds of weird things, like when I was pregnant with Jeremy and Jill and after. And I already explained that on the Narc Remedy channel. I really don't want to get into that on here too much. I did get into it on a live before, but if you haven't watched the live, then you didn't catch it. But everything is on my Narc Remedy channel of everything that he did, like the characteristics, what I did. I took accountability for the part that I played as well. But for the most part, he was controlling, he was manipulative, he was cheating, he was lying, he was gaslighting me, he was making me question myself as a woman as well. I suffered a lot of emotional, mental, and psychological trauma with their dad. And to this day, he still taunts me, y'all. Like, he still tries to provoke a reaction out of me. And for 3 years, I haven't responded. But lately, I've kind of been entertaining it a bit. But I have to catch myself and be like, Teresa, you're better than this. That's what he wants. He wants a response from you. That one relationship, y'all, took me out. Okay? It was like no other relationship, and not in a good way. I learned so much from just that one relationship. I had unaliving thoughts. I stopped believing in God. And honestly, parts of my pregnancy with Jeremy and Jill, I didn't want to be pregnant anymore. Like, it was like torture. He would literally start fights to leave me pregnant, big and pregnant. He would literally do things to taunt me, like to provoke me, to make me act out of character, because he enjoyed those reactions. Like, he knew I was a ticking time bomb with him. So he loved to see me get riled up over what he said or did. It gave him that attention that he wanted. I was definitely lost, y'all. I really was. I didn't want to be here anymore. But I knew I had 2 babies in my body that needed to come out. And I know I needed to have them. And I tried my best to stay strong, to stay strong-minded, to be patient, to be caring, to be loving. Even though I have these 2 bodies in my body, my mental was messed up. It's like it's good here, but it's bad up here. And that was traumatic within itself. Because narcissists mess with you mentally the most. And if they can't keep you tied down mentally, eventually it'll turn into physical. We didn't get into much, physical altercations because, baby, I fought back. Okay? I wanted to play with then and I wanted to play with now. And he knows that. So Jeremy was baby A and Jill was baby B. Jill was 4 pounds, 15 ounces, and 18 inches. So she was a little bit longer than Jill, okay? Now, when their dad got home from vacation, like I said, it don't take him no longer than a month to get me pregnant. So I probably was pregnant within a month or two after him coming home. And it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Okay? In the beginning, when I first got pregnant, he was excited. He was happy. Towards the middle of the pregnancy, he started, picking fights with me to leave. And I started questioning myself, like, did I do something wrong? Or, I'm like missing beats. Like, I'm like, what happened? We were just happy and now we're feuding, And then when I got ready to deliver Jeremy and Jill, he brought all the kids out there to the hospital. Okay? All of the kids. Like, maybe the first day that I was in the hospital, because they give you like 3 days after a C-section. Excuse me. The first day, I believe my grandma watched Joy, Journey, and Taylor the first day. And then like the second and third day, she was like, okay, Teresa, they're getting to be too much. Because she had them all day and all that night because I was in the hospital. So he brought all the kids out there while I was in labor and trying to deliver. And after I delivered, he brought all the kids out there. That was stressful within itself, because it's like when he brought all the kids out there, I still had to tend to my kids. He didn't really too much give me a break. And he took my food stamp card and brought all the food out there and everything for the kids, which was great because he kept them, supervised, but then he didn't. It was kind of like half and half. So I had the babies and we had them got a truck off our little income tax money that we agreed to, have arrangements with. We got a truck and we had the truck when Jeremy and Jill were born. So we packed up all the kids in the car and I'll never forget it. We packed up all the kids in the car and then he put the babies in and then, he helped me get in. So we go to Publix and, kind of just get some more food before we go home. So we get home. He's all nice. People are visiting. And then like maybe shortly after, he started showing his ass. But it was like back and forth showing his ass. It was like we would be happy and then we would be feuding. It was like an up and down roller coaster. The highs and lows that narcissists put you through. And that's a trauma within itself. Like, being confused all the time. It's like, oh, we're happy. Oh, we're sad. Oh, we're happy. Oh, we're mad. Oh, this is going on. That's going on. Blah, blah, blah. It's so much going on. I just had 2 more babies and I already had a set of twins and a baby. Right? So this is a lot of confusion at this point. A lot of confusion. And I'm trying to adjust, and I have my step aunt to come out and help me with all the babies. And she did. She's so sweet. So, so sweet. She be in my comments. And she came out to help me with the babies so I can rest at least, because I couldn't lift no more than 5 pounds. That was the same way with Joy and Journey. Like, after you have a C-section, you can't lift no more than 5 pounds. That's barely the baby, okay? And the way I am, the way my OCD is set up, y'all, I still was trying to clean up. I still was trying to clean up and cook and all that stuff. And, you know, my aunt was like, no, Teresa, you need to go rest. Like, you can't lift anything. What are you doing? Go sit down, go rest. So I finally took her advice and I just rest. I just stayed in the bed and just rest, took my pain pills and just rest. And then she left when, you know, I felt like I can handle it on my own. And my grandma, she was down here too helping as well. She stayed right down the street. You know what I'm saying? She stayed right in the next building. So she would come down here too and help as well. My grandma's so sweet, y'all. Like, I really miss my grandma, for real. I really do. I really do. Like, when I used to take some of the kids to doctor's appointments and the kids that didn't have doctor's appointments, my grandma would watch them. You know, it was like a soft watch because, you know, they were getting bigger. So it's like they kind of, you know, did a little bit on their own. So it's like she would just literally sit here and watch movies and stuff. But I really miss my grandma, y'all. I really do. I really, really, really do. Like, that was my number one support system. Emotionally, physically, mentally, psychologically, sometimes financially. Like, she was my everything, literally. And I was her everything as well. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna just calm down with that. But yeah, y'all, trying to see if I missed anything with Jeremy and Jill's birth. Oh, I don't have any pictures of Jeremy and Jill. Like, they're my only babies I don't have any pictures of because it was so much going on. Like I told y'all, he brought all the kids out there. So, and I didn't have any money. I only had a whole bunch of food stamps. Like, I had a whole load of food stamps. Like, a lot. Because I had just had the 2 new babies. So I had 5 kids. I wasn't working at the time. I was still going to USF though. And then I kind of quit in 2016. But I was doing like online classes. I'm lying. I didn't have no money and I didn't have no job, but I was going to the workforce program that they have in Florida. It's like with the Department of Children and Families, like DCF. And I used to get cash assistance, y'all. Like, for 3 kids, I used to get cash assistance. I think I used to get like 300 and something. I don't know, but I know it was like 300 and something. And when I was pregnant with Jeremy and Jill, I was going through their program. And because I was pregnant, I couldn't really do, you know, no lifting or anything like that. So they had me to pick from staying at the workforce program to do so many hours, looking for jobs, working on my resume and stuff like that, or I can go take some certification classes. And it was like the Microsoft Office, like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, all that stuff. So I chose to go do that. And it was over there in East Tampa. So I chose to go do that and get my certification. So I have a certification in Microsoft Office Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and I was starting to do Outlook, but then I left. And then I was also taking classes online at USF still when I was pregnant with Jeremy and Jill. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I was getting cash assistance. I was. Yeah. And then I remember one year their dad had got his taxes and they took his refund and they gave it to me, but they took it from me because I owed cash assistance. What else? I'm trying not to forget anything. Cause y'all know I got short-term memory. But and I feel like most of my short-term memory comes from that trauma. Like the trauma with the car accidents, the trauma with being with a narcissist, the trauma with falling on my head. Like, I've been through so much trauma, y'all, mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, that, you know, I forget things. I really do forget things. Like, the memory be there, but I forget what I'm gonna say in that moment, if that makes sense. But the memory is there. Like, I can tell you what happened, but it's like, I can talk to you on the phone right now and tell you everything I know right now. But then later on, I'll be like, oh, girl, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot to say this. Or, so that's how it is on my videos too. Like, I'll do my intro and then some things I'll be like, dang, I want to tell them this too. So I'll stop and then start back recording. Or I'll write down my thoughts like how I did right here. So, yeah, I definitely do suffer from short-term memory loss, y'all, for real. Like, I'm not even kidding, okay? It doesn't mean that I'm out of my mind. Doesn't mean that I'm insane. Doesn't mean that I need help. It's just I forget things, okay? I don't forget nothing about my kids, though. Believe that. I don't forget nothing about my kids. But, like, a little bit of details of stories that I want to tell, yeah, I'll forget a little bit of details. Because there's so many details packed into one story. It's like, oh, shoot, I forgot to say that. But I think I said everything on this video. I gave y'all my reaction to both set of twins. I told y'all the before. Oh, that's what I want to tell y'all. So, no, I think that's about it. Because I gave y'all the reaction on both set of twins. I told y'all a little backstory of before the pregnancy, during the pregnancy, and after the pregnancy. Oh, the pictures, y'all. So I don't have any pictures of Jeremy and Jill because it was so much going on. I didn't have any money at the time. So I couldn't take the hospital pictures, the little cute little pictures that I showed y'all of Taylor and Joy and Journey. And I feel bad. Like, I have a little bit of mom guilt for that because I know Jeremy and Jill are like, well, you have pictures of Taylor and Joy and Journey when they were babies. Well, where are our pictures, you know? I took pictures, but I had a Snapchat at the time. And unfortunately, you know, I forgot all my login information for that Snapchat profile. So, yeah, it's gone. The pictures are gone. But I had pictures of them, but they were on my Snapchat. So, of course, I don't have the phone anymore. So, it's like the pictures are gone. They're lost. So, but I am going to try to log into my Snapchat because it's so weird. They sent me an email about new Snapchat spotlights or something. So it's sent to my email that I still have. So I'm going to try to log in and say forget password and see if I can get some pictures of them when they were young. Because they were so cute, y'all. And Jill, I ain't going to lie, like she was born bald head, y'all. I promise you. She was born bald head. And Jeremy, he had like his little slick hair, you know. But Jill, you know, she ain't have no hair, okay? She ain't have much hair, you know? But I grew her hair because I was putting beads in it, I was plaiting it, I was greasing it down, and then, like, she had, like, the little colorful beads that come right here, like, her hair was so short, it came, like, right here, y'all, but she was so cute. She was so cute, and both of them used to just slob on me and nibble on my jaw and all that. They were so cute, y'all, but I didn't have any newborn pictures of them. And like I said, I kind of feel a little mom guilt about it because, you know, I have pictures of the other kids, but not them. And it's just, you know, it was a lot going on. Like, even after having them, their dad still put me through BS. So it was like, I was happy with them, but it's like, I didn't have time to snap no photos. You know, I just really lived in the moment with them, okay? I just really lived in the moment with Jeremy and Jill. Not to say that I didn't live in the moment with Taylor and Joy and Journey, but I just really didn't have no time to take no pictures. And my friend at the time, she loved snapping pictures, so she was the one who really snapped a lot of the Snapchat pictures. I really didn't. But yeah, y'all, that's the birth story of Jeremy and Jill. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video so we can grow. And also, put your notification bells on so you guys can be notified every time I post new content. Because you gotta ring that bell. Ring that bell, ring that bell. A-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Bye. So Jeremy and Jill, they were born at Tampa General Hospital as well. They were born March 10th. Well, Jill was born March 10th, 2017 at 6:20 p.m. She weighed 4 pounds and 15 ounces. She was a little something, y'all. She was a little small little thing. Like, she was one of my smallest babies. And then she was 18 inches. So Jeremy was born at Tampa General Hospital as well. He was born March 10th, 2017. Same as Jill. They're twins, of course. He He was born at 6:18 p.m. He was 5 pounds, 3 ounces, and 17 inches long. And these are his footprints. Look at Jill's footprints, y'all. Especially this one. So cute.